And now, your reigning, defending, greatest wrestling podcast of all time. This is Let Me Book the Territory, the podcast for smart marks and nostalgia nerds. Featuring A Dub.
On site, and it's on site.
B.A.
How can the heel heal off on the heel when the heel is healing?
And E-Ray.
No wrestling moves. Just hands. Just hands.
Powered by the Embrace the Turn Up Network. In partnership with the Inaudible Ruckus Podcast.
Welcome to the madness here.
Tonight, there's been a lot of talking, there's been a lot of fighting, and there's only one question left. Can Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, beat Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Championship?
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of, I don't know the demographic for this side of town, but this is E-Ray, the quasi-bad guy, the Diet Coke of Evil, the man of 7/8 teeth, and I am here, sort of at Let Me Book's behest. I'm not really sure. This is a collaborative effort between Let Me Book and B.A and the Wise Man. And we are getting ready to talk some AEW. Yeah, that's happening. AEW, all in, baby. Yeah, the excitement, you hear it. I can't do this alone. I mean, I'm almost alone because my other guys abandoned me so hard. Shame on them. I need Ricochet on X to obliterate them immediately, or whoever else that has no Twitter supervisors. Get them! Attack! BA, you're going down. Your son is coming back to attack you. He said you're a deadbeat, much like that of another gentleman that shall not be named. Also, Dub, it's all your fault. AEW will win you over. Between Hater, Willow, Tony, May, Mariah, somebody's gonna get you because the streets is watching, as Jay-Z would like to say. But you heard those unencumbered grunts. That's from somebody who knows ball and knows the product. I had to call in a specialist to be my tag team partner, the two-man wrecking crew, as it is this evening. You know who it is. It's Flex Caliber himself, the Wise Man of B.A and the Wise Man. Producer Sean, what's going on, bro? Chacho.
I would say same as normal, but this is so out of the ordinary. I got adrenaline in my soul. Okay, adrenaline, pure adrenaline pumping through, because we are talking my neck of the woods, my side of the track. Shout out to Deuce and Domino. AEW. I'm with it.
Oh, man. He said that like he's rock hard. We're just kind of testing the waters here. We want to see, because again, main pods, between the main pods, we do not get a lot of AEW discussion, or at least a fair shot at AEW. We try, and again, sometimes things are just not in certain people's wheelhouse. I am not a weekly watcher, self-admitted. So before you jump on my case and start talking about Jobber number 7 or Steve and Stevette, sorry, can't help you there. But what I will do, and what I promise to be able to bring to you, along with the help of my associate here, is a fair review and assessment of their pay-per-views, because the weekly television can be hit or miss, and it depends on style and other things that are, again, out of our control and not necessarily be mentioned. But the pay-per-views are always something to discuss, and I typically enjoy them. So there's always, it's not perfect, but fuck it, what is? And I mean, I know it might take you, start at Sunday, might end it on Tuesday morning, but does not matter. We're here to talk some AEW graps, where the best wrestlers are, where the big boys play, where creative control and your own music license is happening, brother. Yeah, I guess where do we start? The 0 hour?
No, I'm not touching. No. Okay, we can lightly go over and just mention 0 hour. I'm not gonna go into zero. Look, Stokely Hathaway is on the card for 0 hour. Is there really any need?
Versus was it Shibata or something?
Tomohiro Ishii.
Ishii, okay.
Yes, Tomohiro Ishii.
How did he fare? How did he do in his intergender debut? It
was okay as far as entertainment.
I didn't see this.
You're not getting a lot of wrestling. I mean, I think the best spot he did was a spine buster, and Ishii instantly no-sold it. So it meant nothing after like 2 seconds.
Because he's not John Moxley.
Not at all. He's the opposite of
You're
John
black,
Moxley.
Man. You can't beat Asians. And then that's not possible.
I take it back. The best part about that match was he had Michael Jackson gear from Remember the Time video. You remember that video?
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, he had Michael Jackson's Remember the Time video attire on for his gear. That shit was fire.
Okay, I might watch highlights of it. I'll go back to that. But other than that, who won?
If I'm not mistaken, it was Tomohiro and Willow.
Let me pull it up. I have this right here.
Yeah,
let me be
I don't have the match card results for 0 hour, but I didn't really care that much.
Results.
If you want to know the results, I can pull the results. Let's see.
Yes, Tomohiro Ishii and Willow Nightingale defeated Jamie Hayter and Stokely Hathaway.
Statlander. Yes, Statlander. Jamie Hayter did come back during 0 hour.
Sorry. I got too excited.
You're good.
Did see that. That's what I seen. That's what popped me. I was like, who is that with the rainbow gear on? I was like, is that Rainbow Bright? I don't know, but I kind of like it.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't understand it because I literally came in. I was like, who the fuck is that? I thought it was a new person, but technically it's an old new person. So really quickly, any thoughts on Jamie Hayter's new look? There's too many goth girls in AEW, and she's like,
she's bright. She's like white Naomi, just glowing with all sorts of fucking colors. Without the ass, though. Without the ass. But other than that,
not all.
Melanated cheeks is versus milk cheeks.
Yeah, that would be the white part of it.
Exactly.
If it's
everything else. Spot on. I love Jamie Hayter. I've been waiting for her to come back, honestly, because that women's division is poo cheese right now. Given the other women's match we have on this card that doesn't involve Toni Storm, but yeah, I'm with it. I fuck with Hayter.
Really quickly, just to wrap that up nicely, where do you see them inserting Jamie Hayter, and is it going to be toward the final boss over there, or is it going to be more so along the Mariah May lines and Toni Stormish? Like, which way is she going? Is she going TBS championship lines, or is she going more the traditional?
In all actuality, I personally would like to see her go towards the TBS championship route, just because she just came back from an injury. But she was AEW Women's Champion not too long before she left. So yeah, TBS title route, get her back in, the stream of things, get the rust off, see if she's, back to full form. Then you can move her into that AEW Women's title scene.
Okay, I'm with it, and that's it. That's all y'all get from us about 0 hour. Let's get to the shits. All in, baby. Oh, cash your chips. All in. What do we start with? The London Bridge is falling down ladder match.
Yes,
82
London ladder match.
82 niggas on the card. Yeah. So teams include that of.
We are looking at, all right, let's go here. We're looking at, if I'm not mistaken, the Blackpool Combat Club, which has Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Pac. Defeated the Patriarchy, consisting of Captain Charisma himself, Christian Cage, Kill Switch, and Nick Wayne, accompanied by Mother Wayne, of course. We have
Mother
the
Waynes.
Bang Bang Gang, consisting of Juice Robinson, Austin, and Colton Gunn. Rock fucking hard. Yes, Bang Bang Gang, and then the House of Black. All three of them, Malachi Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews.
So one thing, this is a commentary. I thought we were done with 0 Hour, but we're not. 0 Hour was so cheeks that they cut into it and just started entrances like 10 minutes
For the ladder match, I remember that. They were just,
I was like, damn. They're like, you know what? There's like, but we could use like 5 more minutes each match. No.
Hit the music.
Entrances.
Hit the music. Where's Pac?
Cut the music.
Where's Pac?
Cut the music. The bastard.
Looking through the fucking guardrails and shit like that. Oh my
that
God.
was nuts. I was like, what's happening?
That's his entrance, bro. Without
but it still
Death
had
Triangle.
9 minutes left, so I'm watching the clock like, they about to squeeze another match here? Nope.
Tony
Cut the
didn't give
music.
so many fucks about 0 Hour. He allocated the entrances for the main card to take up the last part of 0 Hour so he can have more wrestling on the main card and not entrances.
More wrestling. I'm with it. That's
with
what I'm
it,
talking
too.
about.
Bucket for the
That's where the
sickos.
wrestlers go to wrestle.
That's
I
where
don't know, whatever
the
this
best wrestle, okay?
was. There you go.
That's where
what
the
it is.
best wrestle.
Yeah. So we ain't got time for entrances. Cut that shit to 0 Hour. We about to wrestle. Yeah, so entrances start up and immediately I'm like, oh shit. House of Black is still like thinking they're about to go see Beyonce because they came out in mad silver. And I thought they were like some type of extraterrestrials. I was like, this is an interesting look. But I fuck with it. I'm like, whatever.
Them motherfuckers can go. They can pull it off. It's fine.
Love Buddy Murphy. Love Malachi Black. Brody King. It's like he's there to me. It doesn't say like he doesn't really do much. I know his presentation was better, but it's like whatever. I enjoy them as like a trios squad. So cool beans.
I feel that.
I don't know. I thought this match was pretty entertaining for the most part. It wasn't nothing special. I think my favorite entrance probably was the Guns, Bang Bang Gang.
Okay.
They came out pretty cool. Doing the little things and shooting the guns up and shit.
Got fire music as well. So
yeah, and kind of like HBK's throwaway gear. I fuck with it. It's very dope. Like I enjoy that look for them because I remember they were still like kind of figuring out like what they're gonna wear. I think that works for them. So I'm pretty much full on Bang Bang Gang, minus he who I shall not name. Just saying. But be that as it may, I like what they did there. And who won this?
The Blackpool Combat Club won this one.
Why do I not remember that? So this is the thing. I'll be honest. The pay-per-views are so long that for some of the things like this, I can't recall like the ending. What I did remember particularly was the patriarchy. It was like, okay, not so much. And then it was like, oh, they're not winning this.
Yeah,
I
I think that was the spot where Austin and Colton both climbed up the ladder and backdropped them like through the table type shit or something like that.
Yeah,
so,
and they fell Luchasaurus or Kill Switch.
Kill Switch. And right now it's Kill Switch. 2 hours later, it's Luchasaurus. Okay, get it right.
Killosaurus. fucking dinosaur with freaking laser on his head or some shit. Whatever. He fell backwards into a table. Great spot. Christian Cage, always entertaining, always fun.
Pleasure.
But yeah, we got House of Black with the dub. Was that the right call?
It was the Blackpool Combat Club for the dub.
Oh,
and
I thought it was.
Pac,
I'm doing terrible.
You're good. It's okay. It's new territory for us right now. Pac and the Blackpool Combat Club took the dub, and I firmly agree with it. Right now, Moxley is away. He's on vacation. They've worked this man to death. You need something
to the bone.
To the fucking bone. Bryan Danielson is out doing other things in greater heights than them. They need something to cling on to keep them relevant. What's the best thing to do it? Slap some gold on them. Who cares about the trios title right now? I mean, it's not, the most useless belt that they have in the company, but it's something to keep them entertaining and on TV at the very least.
I want to make a joke, but I'm going to leave it there. I'm just going to say this. Everyone who listens to Let Me Book knows how I feel about multi-man matches. They did sneak a 16-man tag on this card. Technically, it was 0 hour, but look, we ain't even mention it. They just like, hey, you want to check? Get in this match.
Get in this match.
Yeah.
Between this one and the gauntlet match, the casino, they just dumped their whole roster on the card in different ways.
Yes, but as we'll talk about, unlike that, the casino match was far more enjoyable. And I was like, yeah, no, 16-man tag, that's just absurd. Anyway, damn, they had so much bullshit. A 10-man tag match and a 16-man. Why? Okay, they were just trying to get people to pay it. I get it. I feel you, Tony.
Collect the check. Why not?
Yep. Collect the check. Yeah, but we got Blackpool Combat Club wins. It was again, it wasn't that memorable for me. I remember more of the Gun Club stuff and entrance more than the match itself. It was a decent match, but nothing crazy. Pac hit a dope spot on the outside, landed on everybody with some crazy corkscrew shit. But the match wasn't like that memorable. Just being honest, it was fine.
It was entertaining, like you said at first. It was entertaining. I really think they put Pac and the Blackpool Combat Club over because just came out today, at All Out in the next, I think it's like 2 or 3 weeks away or something like that. He's fighting Ospreay. He's getting a title shot. I don't know. Okay. So that'll be a good match, but I think they're kind of pushing Pac right now because,
because stories.
They have to. They got to do something. I mean, you got to do something.
Yeah. Tell the story, brother, or don't, whatever. Just
wrestle. Fuck it.
Yeah, just wrestle. No stories. Just wrestle. Why is this happening? Cause wrestling
for the sickos.
Right. Yeah, that's it. I'm okay with that. What's the next match that we?
The next match,
discussed?
In all actuality, this was way too early on the card. Mariah May and Toni Storm. Yes, they put this that early on the card.
That happened before. No, that didn't happen before the.
It did. This happened way too early in the card. Dude, Hook and Jericho came on after this. You could have pushed them up.
That's what I thought came out next, but again, my memory is mad fuzzy because I just was watching it. I was watching it during work.
It was stupid.
Like, okay, cool.
As soon as I saw the videos running for like the promotional package and stuff like that, I'm like, there's no way they're airing this right now. I mean, this is what the second or third match on the card. Like,
yeah, order should have been different.
Super different.
Probably should have been swapped with Britt Baker
and Mercedes. Absolutely. Yes. That very much should have been swapped. It would have been perfect as well. The order, they fucked it up, but the match delivered, in my opinion.
Okay.
The match delivered. I don't know if you remember watching this match. Mariah May showed out, in my opinion. She had great wrestling. The heel work was fucking insane. I mean, she slapped her own mom. If you remember that, the woman she slapped in the crowd, that was her mom's, bro. Like,
I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't
yes. Know that. Amazing heel work. She revived Nigel McGuinness's career with the kiss. The match delivered on all facets. Toni Storm put on, in my opinion, a banger of a match on her end. Told a great story. This thing's been going on for the longest of times. I just wish it was a little later in the night. The crowd wasn't warmed up enough for this.
100%. And it felt like they deserved better. But to their credit, they definitely delivered a really solid match. From what I remember watching this match, I did enjoy it. Mariah May, can I talk? Is a great wrestler. I enjoy her wrestling. And I do like Toni Storm. Toni Storm's character work is what was missing in other promotions that I've watched her in.
Thanks.
So when she found like something to latch onto, and even I think I sent to our group chat, like they just had a camera following her after the match, and she's just kind of doing shit. She's like disheveled, and she's like, do I hit the Charleston Shuffle? Like, she's just doing shit. And I'm like, this is so funny. And the butler just following her, and she's just out of sorts. I was like, this is hilarious. This is so entertaining. During the match, there was a time where, again, the main story that they've been telling is the deceit, the breakup, where Mariah May bashes her head in with a stiletto, and then she's just like bleeding profusely from the head. So Mariah May brings the stiletto with the blood on it to the ring. Such a wrestling trope. And then, of course, the tables turn like they always do. Toni has the shoe in her hand, and she just can't bear to do it. So she tosses it away dramatically, and then that essentially seals her fate. And it was like, oh, what payoff. And I think, did she hit her with the Storm Zero? Am I correct in that? No?
Well, I mean, yes, but she didn't, obviously didn't get the win off of it. I forgot it's not called the Storm Zero anymore, but
what is it called now?
I forget what the name of it is. She changed the name, but yeah. At least I didn't hear them call it the Storm. Maybe I'm tripping.
No, it's called the Storm Zero.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah. But she did hit her with it from what I remember. I love that move. It's swift, quick, simple.
Everything. We'll get there.
Yeah. Bring down a little bit, my man.
Yeah. But yes, it's definitely like, oh man, and she even survived the Storm Zero, Mariah May. And that's when we were like, oh, what a great what do you call it? False finish. I was like, ooh, exciting. But I thought I think someone mentioned it before, and I was like, that would have been a great touch if they would have had, again, her bleeding, Toni Storm that is, and then just colored everything out, grayscale, but the blood. That's a great touch. That would have been nice. I would have liked that. That's the icing on the cake. But title change. Love the title change. I'm very curious to see where Toni's character goes from here and what she
I'll let you know.
Does. I'm really excited about that. That's very interesting to me because I just want to see, I know the title was the thing, but now it's kind of developed to just this character. So let's see how she continues to evolve the character and the gimmick.
Do you remember how the character of Timeless Toni Storm was made? Were you watching, or do you have any recollection?
Not necessarily, because the last thing I remember her being in the Degenerates, the Reject group.
Yes.
And then it was like her mental state broke, but I did not see what exactly got us there.
That's what it was. So
the connective tissue.
Toni Storm was the interim AEW Women's Champion.
Yes.
When I think it was Thunder Rosa, I can't remember who was the champion that came back and beat her, who she dropped it to. But she dropped the title, and it hurt her so much it broke her conscience. So she went crazy and started thinking she was a 1940s movies actor, silent actor. Yeah. And it just evolved into this gimmick that she just kept going deeper and deeper into. Pause, kind of, I don't know. And yeah, exactly. And it just became its own thing, and it was such a good gimmick, you forgot, technically, in kayfabe, the bitch is crazy. She's insane. And
we
so
really like, oh
when
no,
she's
a Hollywood actress.
Exactly.
She's
and
a
so
1950s flapper.
You even pointed it out earlier. You sent it to the group chat. She stormed off and was going crazy and all this. Her mind is breaking again. So
does she change into something else, bro? Ooh,
yes.
Exciting.
I am thinking she either gets in a completely new gimmick or she goes back to her original gimmick, which in all honesty, I don't think she should. But I think it'll be like, hopefully it's a completely a mash of natural Toni Storm and, you know, the timeless gimmick, somewhere in between. That would be nice in my opinion. But the bitch is literally crazy, so who fucking knows?
The bitch is crazy. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not mad at that take or that assessment. But yeah, you bring a great point. The crazy, I could see. I don't know where she would take it though. Because again, she went 1950s. Does she go to like some type of 70s chick now? Like everything's so groovy and peace, love, and all that shit. Like it depends. Like what decade do you go, or does she go further back? Like become some type of what the hell is that show called? Bridgerton, like lady. But I'm a lady, and then she can't be like alone with men or some shit.
You have to be accompanied by your sisters.
Yeah, it could go anywhere, but that's good character work. So that's dope to me. Mariah May, who's her next challenger?
Mina Shirakawa. That's the only way you go with this. I mean, that's why they haven't thrown her in lately, is because she's just been in the background, and then they're going to bring her to the forefront.
And now they're going to feud.
They're going to feud. You're going to get Mina Shirakawa and Toni Storm or Mariah May. I don't know when. I don't know. They don't treat their pay-per-views like WWE treats their pay-per-views. Like, you know, when a big feud is brewing, that shit's gonna be at one of the big four.
Right.
Tony can throw a random ass match with a random ass story on the randomest AEW Fight for All Dynasty, and it's like a
Tony
5-5-6 fucking match.
Not Toni Storm.
Tony Khan. Yes. Sorry, too many Tonys. Could book some random shit.
Timeless Tony Khan.
Timeless Tony Khan.
Hey guys, cocaine was invented in the 30s, wasn't it? Woo! Prohibition. Bootleg. Yes, I'm all for that, and who knows when it happens, but that's again one of the things that we're not going to harp on this evening. We do it all the time, but storytelling, that's something that we'll never really know or understand here. But you know what they got in spades? Wrestling.
Hey kids, you like wrestling? Well, you're gonna love this next match. The Learning Tree. Chris Jericho. Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Against Taz's son. With random, I don't know why they flash his name like the bat signal. That's some of the weirdest shit. But Hook. The Learning Tree versus Hook. On paper, this sounds like a bad match, and it was a bad match. This was ass. The only thing that saved this match was I got to see a Taz mission in the year 2024. Other than that, Hook was fighting him with a cricket bat. I mean, I don't know what to really call this match.
Because London.
Sure. I mean, Hook used to play cricket, didn't he? Or what was it? Polo or something like that. I don't remember.
What's the other thing? Lacrosse.
Lacrosse?
I think he's a lacrosse guy.
It was lacrosse. That's what it is. Yeah, it's lacrosse.
That's how uncultured swine we are. They're like,
I don't
cricket?
know. Those sports
Lacrosse?
are, I don't know. Who do you know that plays lacrosse? Come on. Private school kids like that? No.
The kids from the Teen Wolf remake on MTV. That's about it. That's all I got. That's it. No one else that I know. Oh yeah, and like the racist dudes from Duke and those creeps. That's about it. I really don't know. Yeah, lacrosse, the greatest sport of all. I don't know. I've never seen it.
Prepping sport. I'm good.
Yeah, they got it.
Just like they got this
cricket,
match.
On the other hand, very popular with our fan base in all the places. Mumbai Hive knows about cricket. India, I think they won. Actually won the cricket tournament.
Probably sounds about right. Every time I see a cricket highlight, it's involving India.
So they were known for losing a lot because there's like, it's their shit. It's their shit. But they would get to like the finals and then lose it all. They finally brought it home. So shout out to y'all. Mumbai Hive, let's go. Anywho, random aside. Why did Chris Jericho get a whole Fozzy entrance where he sung? And I was like, what's happening? Is this a Chris Jericho concert in the middle of my All In? I didn't ask for this. I don't want it.
Every time.
Can I return the sender? I'm the lost member of Fozzy. I want to be the guy from Cult of Personality, and because I think I'm a better lead singer than Chris Jericho currently. I won't disrespect his work prior. Judas still slaps. He didn't do Judas, so I'm like, what is this? Did not enjoy. Do not like. But hey, to each his own. Do your thing. Now, when we get to the match. Yeah.
And then the bell rang. Yeah.
For the world championship. We debated here and I was like, what is, we were thinking and we were asking, like, who's going to win this? Which way is it going to go? I couldn't call it. I'm like, well, Chris Jericho can't keep it because it's at All In. It's too big of a thing. So Hook probably has to win this. But do you want Hook to win this fictitious championship that essentially means nothing? And instead of having him free to go after an actual championship. It's like, hey guys, my dad made this championship, so I'm the champion of my dad. What the fuck is this? Stupid.
It wasn't even recognized in ECW. So, I mean, literally, even a reporter, I don't know if you watched or saw clips of the media scrum after, the reporter was like, so how do you feel bringing in the FTW championship as kind of like a joke title? And
I hope he slapped him up and then hit him with a tiger knee. Tiger! Immediately.
It's a joke title at this point. I mean, it doesn't mean anything.
It is, but I'm not saying it to that nigga right in his face.
No, not to. No, I'm good. That's disrespectful as shit. But yeah, you can catch me on the podcast, absolutely. But right now, that title is shit. Last All In, Hook was fighting for this title. A year later, he has a worse opponent for the same title.
Yeah. He needs to retire.
Jericho, at this point, become a manager or retire.
Oh, no. The belt. He needs to retire the belt. The FTW championship, like, hey, this is my dad. Present it to him and like, it's finally where it belongs. And then he gives it to his dad. And now it's done. And now I'm free to go after this title. And this is storytelling. I know we don't get that, but this is where we need to go with this because there's no reason why we're going to just have Hook just appearing with the Action Bronson shit. And then he's just like, I'm the FTW champion forever. Like, I mean, look, at this point, you keep booking them like this, you're going to see them on a different night.
You're going to see them on Tuesdays, buddy. That's what I'm saying. Nigga gonna be fighting
where the little guys
Tony
play.
D'Angelo and Luca Crucifino.
Hey, Lexus Kang.
Oh shit! Wild sideburns, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you that would be probably a great place for him, and he would get some reps, and he won't just be fighting for the title his dad created, like nepotism title. He's fighting for nepotism at this point. Hey, my dad created this title, so it belongs to me.
My dad made the FTW title.
If anyone should win it, it should be me. I mean, of course, I deserve it. It's all mine. It's my title. That's it. But yeah, learning tree. My favorite part of this, of course, was Bandito getting beat up. Black Bandito, that is. I keep calling that man Bandito. That is not his name, Brian Keith. But it just still, it makes me laugh. So
I mean, he dresses like one. I mean,
he does. That's why it's so funny. I'm like, he's definitely a character in Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I don't know who, but I don't care. He exists in that world.
Hands up to his pecs. That's crazy.
Man, that's crazy. That is the crazy. Like, he is about to bust out the meanest salsa you've ever seen. And I was like, yeah, Bandito! So I just got to scream it every time I see him. But yes, that match was, could have put that on 0 hour.
That was ass. Yeah.
For sure.
I would have took the Willow match in Stokely over this one. That would have at least been a funny, entertaining versus that shit.
True. And yeah, enough said about that. Chris Jericho, whatever. It's not bad, but it's just like, I don't want to see this anymore. Like, yeah, transition.
Anywho. Next match, we have the Young Bucks defending against Flash the Revolver and the Acclaimed. Yeah,
I'm not turn this way.
Yeah, literally put it sideways. But that never mind. Okay, but yes, Young Bucks are the champions coming into this. This is a 3-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship.
I got a question for you, because see, I don't watch the product week to week.
Mm-hmm.
So I may be missing something.
Yeah.
Why were the Young Bucks dressed like Chris Tucker's cousin in Rush Hour?
They were dressed as the Beatles. Like the early
Beatles
cosplaying
as Double Dragons.
You've never seen a picture of the early Beatles and the colorful shits with the glasses and nothing? You've never seen?
I mean, that didn't look like a Beatles outfit as much as that looked like pure Chinese Dragon Festival garb. And I was like, am I missing something? Is Mortal Kombat like partnering up? Again, we know AEW is a whore for sponsorships. So I'm like, oh, Mortal Kombat dropping, I think it's like September something, the new pack. It's like, and now you get the Young Bucks with John Cena. And, who knows what other crossovers they're doing. So I just assumed, okay, so cool. They did not come out with the Chinese New Year Jordans. That wasn't a thing. Okay, Beatles, got it. Fine. Max Caster's rap, so much jerk off references, hilarious.
I'm a child. Now with Mac, I've heard. I can count on one hand how many times I've heard the Max Caster rap at the beginning of their entrances and actually enjoyed it. Not too many times. Usually, listen. I usually tune them out. I mean, it got so bad. JR was like, listen, like just offbeat and shit. Stop.
It's like the Miz when he
with R-Truth.
Oh, sorry.
That I hate that.
What's up?
He is offbeat as shit. God.
I know. Listen.
That rap is ass. I didn't listen to it. Was it? Were they some bars or like what?
It was a couple quick like you're jerking it off. The only time they have things with their penises, like I don't know. The only time they pump something with the penises. It was funny.
Okay.
It was like shenanigans, childish shit. But I'm a child at heart, so slight giggles. And then I'm here for the gimmick. They are the New Age Outlaws to me, so again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children.
Whoa.
Like, that's what
okay. I get what you're saying.
Like, the preamble is very much Big Cass, Big Bill and AEW, and Enzo and Big Cass. Like, the preamble thing that they do is just a good shtick, so I enjoy it. And that's what they are to me. So I'm like, this feels at home. This is fun. So I know how to follow this. I like it, enjoy it, and then London, and then they do this blah blah. Like, it's a whole thing. It's a thing. Okay, I like kind of the repetitious thing that you have. It makes the character build versus the Steves or the people who have nothing, and you're like, what do I gravitate onto you? You're wearing black trunks, black knee pads, and you got like a little swoop hairdo, and I'm like, why do I care? Again, anybody that just has something that makes them like stick out. Again, Daniel Garcia, not the biggest fan, but when he's juking, hilarious. The juke is comical. But yes, they had this match. I'm trying to think. So I remember pieces of this.
Okay.
But it's again, the things that stick out to me most are like the main three matches. I thought it was enjoyable, but again, I've never been the biggest FTR match guy. Like,
I can see that.
At least not in AEW. When they were no flips, just kicks type deal, that was my thing, because it was a shtick and you could follow it. Them being considered like the best tag team, I'm like, hey, I guess, like, sure. They do the thing. They got like the heart gimmick with the colors and shit.
Yep.
But
Red Heart matches.
Young Bucks had a great match. I enjoyed them, and then like I said, I liked what the Acclaim was doing. I am a Acclaimed fan, so they're doing good stuff. I thought this match was fun. Nothing like crazy, nothing special, nothing to write home about. Good job. And
I feel like that's what it was there for.
Yeah, Bucks lost.
Yeah, that's
what it was there for. The Bucks losing.
No, they actually won.
No, what?
Yep.
Do I have dementia? What's wrong with me?
I have no clue. The Young Bucks retained. Yes.
What? What is going on? Am I like I promise you guys, I was not drunk while watching this. I was sober. I just was like, oh, good. Maybe I was watching them do some spots. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Basically. But yeah, Bucks retained, man. They're still champions.
That is strange. I swear FTR won.
Nope.
I could be drunk.
FTR has not won. The Young Bucks retained. Like you said, good match. It was fun. I know like really big spots in the match that's like memorable or anything like that. I just remember enjoying the Young Bucks wrestling for the first time in a while. That's what I really enjoyed about it.
Interesting. So you know what? I think I figured out what happened. My brain turned off like the actual match, like the winners of the match, until like the last three matches. Because I was just like watching, because again, that's what they told me in AEW. It's not about the story, it's about the wrestling. So I was just watching wrestling, and I was like, who won? Doesn't matter, the fans. That's what my brain told me. And I just forgot who until the last three matches, because those had like mad implication. But moving along, there was, what was that? What was the next match? My personal non-singles match, favorite match of the night, the Casino Gauntlet match. Okay, this shit was filled with fire. I'm not even gonna lie. Things to say here. Is because they've done this before, and I don't know, I can't speak for you, but I speak for the collective of Let Me Book. Typically hate the Casino Royale goofy match. Like, oh, it's a Joker, it's a wild card or something shit. I don't know. Juice is wild. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And then they fighting for a big Sonic ring or a poker chip, all kinds of random shenanigans. This on the other hand, was I hate to do this, and I don't want to be that guy, but it was like Royal Rumble Jake's.
Yes.
It's like, okay, well, you want to change it? It's like Battle Royale.
So,
like, I don't know what it was. I enjoyed this because I was like, that's not really a gauntlet match. This is just a Royal Rumble-ish thing, but in a different way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a Royal Rumble with a pin instead of getting thrown over the rope.
Because and again, this answers the age-old question, because we're like, why the fuck would you want to be first in a gauntlet match? Like, because we're thinking, we're conditioned brains. We're like, if you're first, you got to run the gauntlet. No, anybody could win at any time as long as they got the pin. So that was the whole gimmick. It started with Orange Cassidy and someone, can't remember.
Who started it out?
Yes.
Orange Cassidy and Okada, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and then this is what I liked about it. This is what was exciting. It was like the surprise entrances. It wasn't like they actually gave it time, and then there was like some to do, and people ran it. Again, it brought back the same reason why we love the Royal Rumble. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like, you don't gotta be like, we're different. We're gonna do everything different. Like, all right, sometimes that shit just works. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Call it something different. Sprite, Sierra Mist, dog.
Same shit.
Yep.
Different label.
Or if you want to get the cheap brand, Canyon Dew or something. I don't know what this shit.
Mountain Mist.
Yeah, whatever. It works. But just like those titles work, this match worked for me, brother. I actually really enjoyed it. Seeing some of the surprise entrances again, because in comparison, we haven't seen a lot of like surprise entrances on the East side. So that was pretty cool to me to see this in AEW. Like, oh shit, Nigel McGuinness, let's go! I'm hyped. I was like, that's exciting. He was going off, and I was like, oh shit, that's fun. That's cool. Then Zack Sabre Jr. pops up. Like, okay, dope. Let him get some run in. The patriarchy, yeah! And then fucking Christian Cage limping
down there. That shit was hilarious.
So good. Oh man, I had so much fun with this though. Like, surprisingly so. Like, this was really entertaining. I would say that.
I fucked with it heavy.
Not even like, oh great, why the big guys wrestle. It's just like, no, it just was fun. And sometimes with those multi-man matches and too much stipulation and shit, you don't get that. So I really enjoyed this match.
Facts. Loaded with talent. Some of the people you did not mention. Shout out to Dub. We got Jeff Jarrett in this match. Put on a hell of a showing for his age. Mark Briscoe
killed the guy.
He killed the guy
with the fucking guitar.
He did
smash.
He did guitar smash.
Slap nuts.
Mark Briscoe was in this hoe. Always a good showing. Roddy Strong got a spot in this hoe. Always a good showing with Kyle O'Reilly. Yeah, with Kyle O'Reilly.
That was my thing. If I had a gripe, it's like, Kyle, you lost yourself. Where are you? You got to find himself again. But Roddy looked great. I enjoyed Roddy. Kyle was like, go find yourself again.
Exactly.
But
and then my favorite entrant of this entire thing. Ricochet is back in his natural habitat of the fucking graps. I wish we had a flex bomb. I'll drop a flex bomb for that shit.
I got you.
Yeah. Shout out Ricochet. I didn't know what kind of gimmick he was going to roll in with. Seems like he's pretty much smoothly transitioned himself.
We thought we were possibly going to get Prince Puma. Rawr. We did not. So that was a miss on our end. But he did come out like, it's like, I'm Ricochet. Crowd erupted. They're like, yeah.
See, and of course, pyro. I mean, that was a lot of fucking pyro for
That's
Ricochet.
more pyro than he's had in like 2 years in the E. So.
2?
I was being generous.
Okay, I don't think he's ever had that much pyro in the E. They never gave a shit of.
I meant like combined.
I
mean in the last 2 years.
In totality.
So, yes, in totality. Shout out to them for treating him like a big deal. But the thing is, as we were alluding to, Tony loves his big signings and make people pop up. But how does he treat them like 2 months from now, 3 months from now? We've talked offline, you have supreme confidence in what's going to happen from Tony with Ricochet. So outside of the match, we already discussed the match. Ricochet did his thing. He gets to be Mr. Flippity Dippity. He's just sitting there like a fucking human flubber, just jungle gym, bouncing off everything. And this is his natural habitat. It's like, crikey, look at the natural Ricochet in the wild. It's his habitat, right? He just bounces off of everything. It's crazy, crikey. It's great. But again, my skepticism is, where does he go from here? Particularly because the conversation that we've had offline is, if you left WWE where you were like lower mid card to speed champion guy, is anything, because AEW has 82,000 championships. So him holding some type of championship within a period of time is not hard to, that's nothing. But is it important, or is it a miss if he left WWE and he is not in the title picture, either for the world championship or the American/international championship? Because those are the two big championships showcased on Wednesday night. And to that you say what?
Is it a miss? I would say
For him.
It
Like,
depends
is that
on
hustling backwards?
It depends on what title you're talking about. Because if you go and put him in a match with, let's just say, Okada for the Continental Championship, I'd say that would
got one of those too.
Yeah, exactly. So that was the one Eddie Kingston had for. That was the inaugural for the title.
Oh, the Triple Crown thing.
Yeah.
Damn, he could just win anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
gosh, this is awful.
I think building it up a little bit, it wouldn't be such a fall. But I have, like you said earlier, I have supreme confidence he will land in one of those spots. It's not just Tony liking Ricochet and wanting him to succeed or anything like that. You got your top talent in Tony Khan's ear. Hey, you should do this with this guy. You should do this with this guy. Ospreay and Swerve have been telling Tony about Ricochet for the longest, and they've admitted it. They want to see Ricochet in AEW. So I think it would be underutilized and a little disappointing if he was to go win the fucking Ring of Honor TV title. That would deflate it.
Ricochet, pure title champion.
The
ROH
pure champion. No, I'm not with that.
God.
I'm not with that. I'm not with that. If
that's
it's
like
not,
him, that's him having the Tony D'Angelo fucking wrestler.
Jeez, don't even, man.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you can't have the trios championship and think like, oh yeah, they really doing Ricochet right over here. That's why I mentioned those two. But I get there's a few champioships like
TNT.
It's like in lieu of.
I'd say TNT would be an okay option if they didn't feel like slingshotting him into, Ospreay and all that territory.
I'll agree with you only if it turns into like something else. That can't be the plateau. Because again, that is US champion, Intercontinental champion. He's done that already. You gotta have, like, the TNT champion is a stepping stone for the next thing. If you just become Black Darby Allin, What are we doing? What are we doing?
All right, let me not laugh.
What are we doing here?
I don't think a plateau, but exactly.
Minus the coffins.
You should have just stayed in the E
here?
at that point because they were building them up in the E. Right. In my opinion, if he would have stayed, I have a solid opinion. They would have built him up enough to get back to legitimate intercontinental range because those belts mean a whole lot more than when he was holding them.
Did. Yes.
Than they did when he was holding them. I mean, I think he dropped it to shit. Who I can't remember who he dropped those titles to. I think one might have been Finn Balor when Finn was floating on mid card for some reason.
He dropped the and I remember too because I was like, damn, Ricochet about to lose. He dropped the Intercontinental to somebody because he had a little gimmick. Him and Braun Strowman was going for a minute. And I was like, that's dope. Yeah. And then he started wearing the flame gear. Like he had some things going, and then Braun Strowman got hurt, and it just started to. I was like, oh man, somebody about to take that belt off him, and they did. Don't remember, but be that as it may, we're not here for that. Hopefully, wishful thinking, we will check back in toward periodically with during the pay-per-views. I think we can pretty much solidly say, depending on if you guys want to hear more AEW content and us break it down, we will be discussing it periodically through their pay-per-views and the lens. So we will check back, put a pin on that, and we'll see where Ricochet's trajectory go. We'll just be putting it like, where in the world is Ricochet's career now? And then we just pointed, he's in Portugal. I don't know, whatever. Moving right along, we are down to our 3 matches. Where do you want to go with this?
You're just skipping Mercedes, Mone, and them?
No, that's a part of the 3.
Oh, that is? Because we have 4. Yeah. We have 4 matches left.
Which one?
We got next Ospreay and MJF. After that, Mone and Britt Baker, Jack Perry, Darby Allin, Bryan Danielson, and
I thought
Swerve.
I mentioned that. Coffins. Got it.
Look, there was a reason that match was so short.
Iron Man. Like this nigga made his own title. Got it. Thanks, Jumpin' Jack.
It's dope.
Jumpin' Jack Perry.
It looks nice. Whatever. And for the gimmick, it looks nice.
Scapegoat. Okay. There's not much to say here. To me, I'll let you enjoy wherever you need to enjoy, but here I can sum this up in four headlines. Sting saves man from being set on fire. Crowd chanting "fuck CM Punk." New low? Question mark. Coffins. Darby Allin is dead. And then real glass? Question mark. That's it.
That would have been mine. Real glass?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, CM Punk was somewhere shaking his head like, drinking a Spindrift. Fucking kids. Like,
dumbheaded fucks.
Idiots. But yeah, whatever.
Look, it was a good match for what it was. It got cut short because of the abysmal performance Britt Baker put on. The match went over because she could not wrestle fast enough to hit their spots and get the fucking match over with. That match went 17 minutes, almost 18. Round up, that's a 20-minute match with entrances and video packages. Like, abysmal on Britt Baker's end, which is why this match just didn't get everything it was supposed to. The glass came out a little bit too early. It just didn't flow well. But again, time restraints. Can't all blame it on time restraints, but I personally liked it for what it was. It was one of those matches that left more to be desired.
Agreed. I didn't hate it in any way. Mainly because I know what it is. Whenever you say Darby Allin, I'm like, oh, we about to see some hilarious shit. Like him tope suicide directly into a damn casket. back first.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Literally.
Do it. He's gonna die. Help me, Scotty. I'm gonna die. Do it. I just want to see it, and I'm watching it. So it was fun. And then what happened what made me laugh? How it ended. I was like, okay, he put him in a fucking body bag, and then he like burst. Somebody got his head out looking like fucking any Aliens movie you ever seen.
Just and he just knees him in the fucking face to put him back in the coffin. You just see Jack Perry run out of nowhere, just doosh. Like a fight night round 3 slow motion knockout, just fucking teeth and spit, just
fucking cameraman.
Exactly.
That shit was great. And then I was like, okay, if that wasn't good enough, then the Young Bucks come out with fucking the oldest MASH canteen. Like, I don't know if they're on the set of MASH. They just found this old ass gas canteen.
Got a jerry can there.
Yeah, just with kerosene in it. And it's like about to boil this man alive. Like, he just has a death wish. I think he just walks around like, I'm ready to die. And I was like, all right. And then before you know it, Sting came out. I was like, yeah! Came out with his bat and started whipping ass. And no sold some shit. Fun times. Get him in, get him out of there, and they still had gasoline on the casket. I was like, yeah. I thought Perry was going to drop a match and it was going to lead up to it and blow up or something. I thought that would have been hilarious. But
Jesus.
Sorry. I watched too many movies. That would have been cool to just...
I don't think that's happening. My God.
Well, it's AEW. You never know. Outside of that, you already mentioned it. Britt Baker and Mercedes Mone. Let's not shit on this match, but let's talk about... I want to take a different angle here because I think that's too easy. So instead of just shitting on a match, let's discuss what's wrong and how do we fix it. So one, Britt Baker. I think it's important to note, and we talked about this in a group chat, Britt Baker now may not necessarily fit this roster, but I will say, particularly, and I wanted to address what you were saying, like, she can't wrestle. Britt Baker at a time was like a necessary evil, pun intended. Like her heel turn, she was putting butts in seats, eyes on televisions because they had a bunch of Janes, and I was like, who the fuck are these people? I don't care about any of this. And even her DMD character, like as it started to grow and turn into what it was, I was like, oh, this is fun with Swole. And then she became who she became. I was like, oh, this is fun. Then the blood, like her heel turn and then the love she got was genuine and it was important. But I think now because you have the Toni Storms and the Mariah Mays and the Willow Nightingales and Statlander healthy and kind of figured out her gimmick, it's a lot of like people that are there and it doesn't necessarily fit what she had, at least not now. Or I'm willing to say this, I could be completely wrong, and maybe her and Mercedes Mone just don't have good chemistry.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a little of column A, and the column B that I'm proposing is this was too quick. She has been gone after she said she had a stroke, correct, or like mini stroke, something with their health condition that took her out for quite a while.
To me.
Yeah, she had a whole promo about it on Dynamite.
So I absolutely don't want to shit on her for having a stroke.
Yeah, so that's
I'm not.
That's why when I talk about her, I'm not saying her as a wrestler is a shit
her
wrestler.
as a person.
Nothing personal. Fuck that.
We never, not you as a person, but what we're watching, the product is being put in front of us and our enjoyment of it. So always refer to that. And then, we're laughing. We have some laughs.
Exactly. So her as a wrestler in the match that was portrayed to me on Sunday was a shit performance.
Okay.
She is not usually a bad wrestler like that. I think she had one televised match before she went back and had a match at All In after being gone for so long. She wasn't ready.
And you need those reps and not just like the in the performance center type reps. You gotta like be out there in the crowd. You gotta be able to feel it, call in the ring. You might want to work with that person. Like this might have been one of those cases in the inverse of what we were talking about, MJF versus Ospreay, where we should have never gotten a 1. That the 1 should have been All In. This, on the other hand, probably should have been Mercedes Moné versus DMD 2. Does that make sense?
It does. We should have reserved it. Yes,
and I was like, to give them, maybe you don't get the full finish because Camille comes in the heavy and knocks her out or interferes, and then that's when you get the and this actually plays into the match really well, because if you do that and that's how the first one ended, or even if she lost the first time, this time, at least what we watched, you would have Camille come in and trying to do the same thing, and then that's when Britt pulls the Eddie Guerrero, throws her the title, falls down. The ref looks, because he has no peripheral vision. Someone fell. You got a title. You had to hit her. We don't use replay. Yeah. And then that should have played into it. That would have been fine.
Would have been great.
But yes, that's we need to see both, and then they could have seen where they went wrong in that first one, and then kind of tightened up some of those spots. But yes, it was certain things that were like slow, or they were kind of trying to fill each other out when the move should be fluid, and where you're trying to find your spots. It just, none of this felt good to me. And I mean, I won't even put it all on her shoulders, because I have not been especially excited about anything that's happened with Mercedes Moné since being in AEW.
That was my next sentiment.
Not the promos, not the wrestling, especially not the finisher. So with that said, again, so we lead with solutions here, or we want to open the door to solutions. What can we do? Because the CEO thing is, I guess it's over. People love it. But
it's good. It's a good character if the in-ring work was there. And what I think she lacks as well, she doesn't get enough long reps. She's not working all these TV shows. You'll get, a contract signing.
Control, brother.
Yeah, you'll get a contract signing. You'll get an interview. You'll get a promo. Yeah. Maybe a brawl while she's in some fucking heels. And
she got a Roman schedule.
Exactly. She's working the Roman schedule, kind of. But she's not good enough.
For me, brother.
She's not good enough for the Roman schedule. You don't talk good enough to be on the Roman schedule. You don't wrestle.
You don't have your 5 moves of doom.
Exactly. Even if you had just 3 moves that were impactful, that meant something, and that we know, oh shit, that might be, kind of trouble now. When I see you hit somebody with the Money Maker, I don't. Indy Hartwell doing a fucking top rope suplex hits harder than that move. It doesn't it's not believable. She needs more reps.
Suggestion, because again, we're gonna not shit on this match, but we're gonna move on. I want 3 suggestions of possible finishers that can be done instead of the Monet Maker, and please include names, creative pun names, if you could, or just name them, and I will attempt to come up with pun names on the spot. Let me challenge myself here. I won't put you on the island.
She could do some kind, because she loves the Meteora. You can do a Meteora into a crossface or some type of, chokehold. I don't know. Fucking Uma Plata from the Meteora. Who knows? You know that shit Undertaker did back in the day, the triangle, where he started. Yeah, that.
Call that Dang. Oh, I had a few stuck in the tuck. I was thinking about what's the struggle? I was like just struggle money or something like that.
Struggle money?
Because I was trying to think of like what's something. It's like I'm down to my last dollar. Like the broke nigga. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Just call it the food stamps and move on.
My EBT.
The EBT.
I like that. The Meteora, we call that. I guess you can't call it the OnlyFans, but that's cash on demand. Yeah.
Cash
COD.
on demand. We'll take that. All right.
I like that.
One more. What's another one? What can she just straight up steal from somebody? What's that? The Widow's Peak from Victoria. She already puts them on the back. Why don't you just drop down with it instead of flipping them?
Oh, that would be dope. Call that the what is that thing? I can't think. My mind. Call it direct deposit.
I'll take that.
That's hard.
I'll take that. That needs. If she did that, because you're already flipping them on her back. Yeah. If you just drop straight down with it,
direct deposit. That makes sense. It's so good.
That's money. All right. We need to pitch that. We need to pitch that. All right.
Listen to us.
So that's some solutions to clean that horrible performance up.
See,
I'm sorry. I just, bro, you placed that like right after Ospreay and MJF. Like, come on, bro.
That was rough. Speaking of though, we had the battle part 2. MJT. Malcolm Jacob Trump. It was a great match. It was the best match that's ever matched. Versus the fucking Asian assassin. Because Ubisoft is like, you know what? We got a game coming out. You're Assassin's Creed 17. Here you go, bruv. And yeah, we had him and street dancers doing fucking flips and craziness. But that Ospreay music goes hard. Dun, 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 dun. Like, yeah! Ospreay!
Ospreay! I love that shit. Some of the best hard. Entrances ever.
It's so good. Yeah. It's so excited. With the Assassin's Creed jacket. And yeah, these guys, presentation-wise, this felt like a main event, and I was like, I love that. Both this and the final match definitely felt like like what this stadium is about. And I was like, this is incredible. This is what I would like to feel when I watch AEW all the time. I need to feel like this level of presentation, this level of storytelling, this level of build consistently. That's what I desire. I know I'm never going to get that per se because that's just a stylistic choice. But I was, oh man, I love this match. I thought it was so fun. Fucking from the moment that MJF came out with the American flag, drop to the knees, and the American flag just explodes out in London.
And streamers.
Yeah, oh, it was hilarious. And then the match started, and I was like, oh, they're going for it. Fun times. Fake the kangaroo kick. We had like just back and forth, good wrestling, outside shit going on. Like they left it all out there, and then we had Ski Mask Garcia up here. Garcia.
He didn't sign with the E. Rejoice.
He did.
All right.
Well, I didn't. I mean, I didn't see it for him. I think he's fine there. Like doesn't make sense. Stay where you at. But he pops up And MJF is like, ooh, he shook. And then that gives Ospreay the chance to do what? Do the thing he said he wouldn't do. The Tiger Driver 97. 93, 95.
I think it was 91.
91. One of them years. He cracked open that bottle and poured that shit out, and MJF's neck is broken. Like, I don't think he walked.
That hole was nasty. And
woo, I love that move. It looks like it murders you. And he did it because he did it to say, fuck America. That's how I took it. And I mean, hey, he's a London bloke, bruv.
I mean, when you Tiger Driver 91 somebody and then take the American Championship, throw it in the trash, and then pull out the international one, you're kind of saying, yeah, fuck America.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Fuck America.
Do you think that was a good move, changing the title back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That was just gimmicked. I could tell from the start that
it was fun. But again, because they had they were holding the American title as well, or they had, when they were doing a stateside switch thing with New Japan, they had American TV title or something like that. So it wasn't too far fetched by any means. There's all these U.S. titles, but yeah, I actually like the international title, so I didn't mind either way. But yeah, I think it would have been better if he won it and they left it at that, and then Wednesday they do a whole pomp and circumstance thing. He takes it out, bring back the title, just a quick pop of the crowd. Super cool. That's my thought. But again, neither here nor there. Small nitpick, but that's done. Let's get to the shits.
The fucking shits was the Final Countdown versus Swerve Strickland, Bryan Danielson, the American fucking Dragon, Mr. Graps himself, the, some will say, greatest wrestler alive. I don't agree. He's one of the greatest wrestlers, but he's not the greatest. Versus Swerve Strickland, who is currently the champion before getting Busaiku Mead.
First black champion.
Yeah, first AEW black champion. Shout out to Swerve. He had a great title run, in my opinion. Not going to say anything bad about it at all. Just going to praise it right now because I don't really have much bad to say about it. This was almost 30 minutes straight of not just great wrestling, but something that y'all like as well. Some great fucking storytelling.
Hey, listen. There's some moments that stick out in my mind. See, I told you, I erased my data bank of all the other shit beforehand for this. This is the shit I remember. Can I remember who won the fucking Uma Plata 17 match? No, I don't. But you know what I remember? Daniel Bryan taking yes kicks to the chest and looking at us like, I do it for you. I love you.
I love you. I love Nigga get his fucking chest cavity caved in with the power of family to fucking revive it.
That shit was so funny and crazy to me. I was like, this thing is insane. Him hawking up to his family. And the fact that Brie Bella in both that moment and victory, she seemed like she had just been Botoxed to sleep. Yay. She didn't seem like, she wasn't like crying and overjoyed with him. She was just like, I'm from WWE. Fuck this place. And I was like, damn, that's weird. But
she probably got traumatized, bro.
She probably like, are we done yet? Can you hang it up? I'm ready to like enjoy our lives without you possibly having brain damage or being paralyzed.
Can you please come home, Daddy? No, I gotta win this title.
Just one more.
Just one more run. One more run.
Brock Lesnar was the black title, black champion killer. You ain't seen nothing yet. I'm from Tacoma, Washington. Swerve yelling at fucking DB's kids. It's great.
Before stomping him,
watch this nigga. Didn't I tell you?
And then this nigga, bro, I don't know if he was listening. He said, I'm just giving you what you want. You want your dad home? I'm sending him home. And started stomping his ass. I'm like, yo.
He turned mad heel, and I was like, I'm with it.
Out of nowhere. Mad fucking heel. But hey, whatever,
It's always in the niggas. Like, that's all they're trying to say. I was like, they reinforcing stereotypes, and I'm okay with that. In this, Prince Nana grabbed the belt, the announcer bell, and then they just hit him with a fucking Death Valley driver on top of it. Oh. I was like, yeah, carnage. And the crowd was just like, they wanted to hate, but they just like love saying Swerve's house when he said whose house. I was like, oh, this is so good. The crowd was like kind of they didn't know. And then they ran back the same shit. It was like, you know what? Cut and paste, copy, move, insert, remove Daniel Garcia, edit around his body, take him out, insert Hangman Adam Page. They ran the same shit right back. I was like, I've seen this before. And here comes Hangman Adam Page with zeal in his eyes. Racism. Like he just looks like the guy that screams and then he just couldn't be stopped, and Swerve talked to him. Well, I'll whip your, this is my belt. He turned around, psycho knee right in the face. But he kicked out and no sold it. That was fucking hard.
No sold it.
Hard.
That was
hard.
I don't know if you can name a better one. That was my favorite, and in my opinion, the best no-sell in a wrestling match that I can think of. Lately, like in the last decade type shit. I'm not going to go in all of wrestling, but in the last decade.
I have to think about it, because there's some good ones, and we've seen them recently too. Is that the best? Possibly, though, because again, in my opinion, when I kind of had the feeling, like, who did you think was going to win this match?
I honestly thought
we did talk about it.
In my honest, I thought Swerve was going to take this belt home.
See,
that's what I thought.
Because and this is what we talked about in the main pod. I was like, I can't see it. You can't just put up your career. It's like, no, he's gonna beat this nigga. He's like, I lost to everybody else forever, but hey, I gotta win this one. Yeah, I gotta win this one, and he did. And I was like, damn. I was like, you don't put over too many people. He gonna beat somebody. And I was like, he ain't never put his career on the line. So this one's happening. So I kind of knew what was gonna happen, but I thought, oh, here it is. Literally right then and there, I'm like, oh, that's how they protect Swerve. They have Hangman be his distraction, play right back into the story. He loses it because of Hangman, and now we're back and we either have a triple threat again, or he at least has a reason to go back after the title. It wasn't me, he's protected. So when he no-sold, I was like, oh, maybe that's not gonna happen. Maybe he's gonna retain. And then it was like, oh no, he's stomping his brains out. Oh gosh, he put him in
submission.
God, he broke his finger. Like, god damn.
Oh, he flipped him back in the middle. As soon as he flipped him back in the middle, got all of his arms back, locked in that S grip under the chin, I was like, oh, that's you're done, buddy.
No, when he grabbed his finger and broke it, I was like, oh, well, that felt racial. I don't like this.
Felt targeted.
I was like, I don't like this. This felt egregious. And then Swerve tap in the center of the ring.
I hated it and loved it.
I just hated it.
He's a sorry fat.
I was like, and I love Daniel Bryan, but I felt like this was on Tony Khan. Somebody should have been in the room. I've heard great stories about Swerve just being like such a great guy, easy to work with, and wanting to do the thing. And again, if he doesn't see himself as like a black wrestler, he's just like, I'm a wrestler. You would love to put Daniel Bryan over, and you do the thing to put Daniel Bryan over legendary status. But I think there might have been just a short oversight in that thought process being that you are a black wrestler. You are the first AEW black world champion. So to tap out in the center of the ring to a guy who is considered a great, but has literally taken an L to almost everybody in these big matches, I think you were being overly giving. And in this scenario, you should have just passed out, which does the same thing, but it protects you and makes you badass. Like, that's where I thought, I was like, oh yeah, they're going there. But to see your first black champion just like already had to turn heel for this, because he wasn't heel for the longest. He had been like tweener face.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
then to go full heel again, because that was his whole thing with Prince Nana before. No, don't help me. I'm gonna do it this way. Great. But see, this is what I mean when we do wrestling on the fly instead of tell long form stories where now you have something to be beholden to. So because you can just flip at any point in time, they did that, which is right, because of course the crowd is going to get behind Daniel Bryan. So yeah, you play more heel, but without considering the fact you tapping out as a great champion, that to me, that puts a little bit of a stain on that match and on the and on that title reign. Mm-hmm. I hate that he ends the title reign with a tap out to Daniel Bryan after Daniel Bryan broke his damn fingers. Like, goddamn. It could have, again, a pass out, just like, and like really just overcome with pain. That's badass. That's stone cold. We've seen it before. Again, you ain't got to reinvent the wheel. Sierra Mist, Mountain Thunder, whatever. It's the same thing. It's okay. Just do that. But that soured it for me. So when Daniel Bryan just celebrating in the ring with his family and Brie Bella's like, yeah, great. Are we done yet? It just soured it a little bit. Like, oh, man, I love Daniel Bryan, but I hate that it had to be him. Like, why Ricochet got to go out like that? Or Ricochet. Why did Swerve got to go out like that?
You just used to Ricochet going out, yeah.
It's just, exactly. That's, I was like, damn, he done turned to Ricochet. And one tap just turned Swerve into Ricochet. God damn. Damn.
Oh, shit.
That hurt.
That hurt. Even hearing that hurt.
Damn.
But sentiment is agreed with. I don't think he should have tapped. It just didn't feel right when I saw that, because I saw the hands start to move when he was up here, and I'm like, I know he's not about to.
We can't.
You should have just powered through the pain like your ancestors did, and just passed the fuck out.
And that would have been hard. And then just that's how you do it. It's like he couldn't take it, but he refused to tap. That would have been it. But otherwise, again, fantastic match. But it just, again, and we've said that plenty of times, it's all about the finish. And just that was the one thing. If I'm nitpicking on another great match, it just kind of that felt flat to me. And then also Daniel Bryan's child refusing to listen to him. He's like, come on, he wanted the moment where he like the kid run into his arms. That kid was chasing confetti. Confetti daddy. I was like, this nigga's a psycho. But
oh shit.
AEW All In, their Wrestle Cream Factory extravaganza. Next year it will be in Texas.
Correct, Globe Life Field.
So might be something
20, 30 minutes down the way from me.
Might be something that we take a look at if it's in the right range. But with that said, 2024 All In, what's your total grade?
If we're going out of 10, I'm gonna give this a solid 8. So if we're on a lettering scale, this is just a regular B. It had some flaws, swerve tapping. I did not like the end of the Casino Gauntlet match. I think the kill switch Christian Cage spot was a little cheesy in my opinion.
Yeah, a little unnecessary.
Hook versus Jericho was abysmal. Britt Baker versus CEO was... If they would have moved that to like the second match on the card, I wouldn't have cared.
Might have forgave it.
Exactly. But you put that shit... You give me MJF versus Will Ospreay for the second best title in the company. Yeah, fuck out of here.
With possibly the best or second best story in the company as well.
Exactly. And you give it to me. No, I'm good. Yeah. That was shit. So that knocks it down a little bit for me, but overall I'll give it a good B.
Okay. I think I'm right there with you. I'm okay with giving it a 80 or a 79.9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we great on the curve. So yeah, they'll get an 80. But it just, again, that swerve shit, it really bothered me because I just think it's all about the finish. So to stamp that, you got to be thinking about things that you probably don't think about often. And I get the Hangman interference, and I get like where he'll probably end up going. And then I think the next pay-per-view is in Washington, which him and Daniel Bryan are from Washington. So maybe he drops it to him. He wins it back.
That'd be wasted.
I mean, maybe. But I think
so
they want
wasted.
Maybe. But I don't think Daniel Bryan I think this is his last year for real. Like 2025, I think he's wrapping it up. He's got to do his John Cena solo farewell tour. I can't talk. Farewell tour. So I think you probably get something like that. I'm with it. I'll say this for sure. If he just pulls a Kofi and then just does not even try to get back to this championship and goes straight after Hangman, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm just saying, if Daniel Bryan goes on to just start having matches with other people and they never get back to this, or it takes them like they don't even acknowledge it, I'm gonna have some choice words. Let's put it that way. I'm gonna write a strongly worded letter to Anthony Khan.
Anthony Khan.
Oh, Anthony Jacob Khan. Yo, you haven't heard the last of me, buddy. Bucko.
A strongly worded DM.
For sure, and the words will be flying. But guys, this has been the AEW All In special. Please let us know, rate, subscribe. Let us know if you want to hear more content about AEW. Besides me completely just whiffing and blanking on the ends of the beginning matches because I saved it all for Swerve and MJF. Yeah, tell me about it. Leave us comments. Rate this shit. And let us know if y'all want to hear more AEW because we are so WWE focused. But, I don't mind spreading the love if it's going to be something worth discussing, which, again, their pay-per-views are always pretty top-notch. So we're here for it. Wiseman, anything that you need to remind the people, tell the people where they can find anything?
Well, we got a couple episodes of BA and the Wise Man loading up. We're going to drop those in about the next couple weeks. We got an ECW review. We got a watch along to our favorite actor, Terry Bollea, aka Big T, aka Hulk Hogan.
No Hulk Hogan.
And then we got a recap for SummerSlam 2024 that still needs to come out. So we got a few episodes being the Wise Man in the barrels, or we'll fire off here in the next few weeks.
Well, you guys, there you have it.
Go check us out. Go watch the videos. Go do everything that you need to do. Make sure AEW is on your television because that's where the big guys wrestle. That's where wrestling wrestles. That's where stories go to die, but that's where we wrestle, brother.
And it has been a pleasure. It is I, E-rated quasi bad guy, the lost member of Fozzy, and rock hard flex caliber himself, producer Sean, at your service with AEW recap, and we'll be back for another one. Just stay tuned. But until then, check out Let Me Book Territory, check out B.A and the Wise Man, and that is it, guys. We are out of here. Thank you.